What's up, VC? It's Todd Guy, Thrashing Zombie here. This is another episode of 50 Years of My Favorite Albums. Excuse the voice, I have a cold or allergies, I'm not sure. But, side note as well, wasn't a video last week because it's record store day on the Saturday, and I figured, if I do a video of non-record store day stuff, it's just going to get lost in the shuffle of all the other stuff. So I said, it's not going to do one, and I'll do one next week. So that's what I'm doing. So before we get into 1991, there was one album I forgot from 1990 that I forgot to pull, and that was Prong's Beg to Differ from 1990. So there's that. Just a little mix up there. So we're in 1991. I'm 18. I'm still in school because I'm an idiot and I fucked off, and I stayed back in second grade, so I was a year behind. Yeah, so I think I might have only been a junior when I was 18 because of that. So anyway, I was really into a lot of stuff. Still a lot of metal, a couple of not alternative, grunge sort of stuff that came out this year. Obviously, you probably know what those are. Some other stuff that didn't get a whole lot of high praise. Let's start with these cassettes. I have 3 cassettes. First off is Tesla's Psychotic Supper. Wasn't a huge fan of this when it came out. After the Great Radio controversy, I thought this was like a step down. But re-listening to it now, I'm like, it's actually pretty good. It's got Man Out of Time on here, which was one of the big hits. No, not Man Out of Time. Edison's Medicine. That was the first release, I think. Song and Emotion, that was pretty big. Changing the Weather, maybe. But yeah, it's Tesla. What is there to say about Tesla? Pretty good album. And then we got White Lion's Main Attraction. Not their best album. It's okay. But I love White Lion. I love anything White Lion. I haven't actually really listened to a whole lot of songs on here, honestly, but I had to come on here because I like White Lion, so yeah. And then we got Bullet Boys Freak Show. It's another one of those albums that, after their first one, the self-titled one, didn't really follow much after that. But listening to this now, this is pretty good. I think this is their second one. Yeah, I still can't tell you any of the songs on here though. But it's typical Bullet Boys, so those are the cassettes I have. I don't have those on vinyl. But let's get to the records. First up is Entombed, Clandestine. I've shown this quite a few times on here, and this is my favorite Entombed album. This is what got me into Entombed. I saw the cassette, and I stole it because I was a kid. Actually, I must have been 18. I could have gone to jail or something, and I stole it anyway. I stole quite a few cassettes back in the day because they're easy to put in your pocket. You can't really steal a record. I mean, you could, but cassettes were easier. Stupid kid, because I bought it because of the cover. Never heard it before. Listened to it, instantly fell in love with it, even though it was not the kind of music I was listening to. Just the buzzsaw guitars and the vocals were just like, what is it? What? Living Dead, Sinners Bleed, Stranger Eons, Crawl's great. Actually, the whole album's good. But yeah, Entombed, it's amazing. Sorry for the coughing. like I said, I got allergies or a cold. This is I saw a song for a video on Headbangers Ball, I believe. Point of View? I think it might have been Point of View. Or Eye to Eye. It was one of those. And it's not heavy or anything. It's progressive metal. It's more mellowish, but it's got some great hooks and riffs in it. And I bought this, and it was brilliant, man. I loved it. I mean, Leave the Past Behind, Eye to Eye, Point of View, We Only Say Goodbye, Road Goes On Forever. Those are probably my favorites. And I saw they're re-releasing this on vinyl through, is it Metal Blade? Yeah, Metal Blade. I had to buy it because I love this album. Death, Human. It was only in the past 20 years that I started listening to more Death. And I heard this album and I was like, man, why wasn't I listening to this before? And I'd only listened to Spiritual Healing. Suicide Machine, Secret Face, Lack of Comprehension, Cosmic Sea. That's an instrumental I would have listened to when I was smoking weed and just zone out to that. Cover of God of Thunder, which wasn't too bad. I liked it. It's on this really weird vinyl. I hate this vinyl. If they just took out the black part, it would have been better because it looks stupid in my opinion. But Death, Human. And then we got another Prong, Prove You Wrong. It's another band I saw on Headbangers Ball. A lot of these bands I actually saw on Headbangers Ball. Irrelevant Thoughts, Unconditional, that was a great tune. Positively Blind, the title track is great. Brainwave, Territorial Rights, Get a Grip. Yeah, good stuff. Oh, I need to change that out. Stupid music on vinyl bags suck. I have to put that over here so I remember to do that. Excuse me. And this one has a weird story behind it. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood Sugar Sex Magic. I don't like any other Red Hot Chili Peppers albums after this because this sound is what they stuck with after because it was such a huge hit. And they all sound the same now, I think. This one, I had a friend, a female friend. We weren't girlfriend, boyfriend, anything like that. But we were pretty close. She, I don't remember if she put herself in there or her parents did in a psych ward at our local hospital. She was in there for a few months. And they had TV, they could watch TV and stuff. And she kept seeing the video for Under the Bridge. And she fell in love with that song. Because maybe she had been doing drugs, I don't know. And she asked if I could get that. I'm like, I can try to find it, yeah. So I went down to the same place that I found the Entombed album. And stole it for her, like I said. And I tried listening to it after that, and I was like, this is a pretty good album. This has got Breaking the Girl is pretty good. Suck My Kiss I liked a lot. Give It Away is on here. The title track, Under the Bridge, of course. And Sir Psycho Sexy. But she really loved that song, Under the Bridge. And yeah, so this is a reissue. It's not our RSD or anything, but double vinyl. So there. It's a lot of people don't like Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I get it. They're acquired taste. And then we got let's cover this little PP up here. Nirvana. Nevermind. Surprised they haven't edited this cover at some point because all the wokeness lately, we're like, oh my god, there's a baby with a penis sticking out. You know, I mean, I get it. Child pornography kind of sort of thing, whatever. But let's not show this just to be safe. Even though I swear like a motherfucker on this channel, and I don't give a fuck. But I don't want to show nudity. This album, let's take that down. Pretty much everybody knows this album. This is a huge, huge album. Smells Like Teen Spirit was the biggest hit on here. But Come As You Are. Sorry, Breed. Polly's good. Territorial Pissings. On a Plane was always great. So yeah, Nirvana, Nevermind. Huge, huge album. And that's another band a lot of people don't really like, which is fine, whatever. And then we got Ozzy Osbourne, No More Tears, which in the day of, 91 was big for grunge when it came out and stuff. But Ozzy still put out a fairly great album here. This is probably his last great album, I think. After this, it just kind of wasn't really anything special. Mama, I'm Coming Home's on here. Mr. Tinker Train. No More Tears, obviously. Hellraiser. Zombie Stomp was good. Road to Nowhere. Pretty mellow album, in my opinion, compared to a lot of his other stuff. Except for some of them are pretty heavy. I mean, his music wasn't always heavy anyway, but he went a lot more mellow later albums, I think. But yeah, that's a good album right there. I played that a lot. And this one I got 2 copies because they're both different covers. One of my favorite bands ever, Overkill. This is the reissue from quite a few years ago, I think, actually. From I think it was a record store day at one point, maybe 2015 or 16, something like that. It says 2017. In this cover, it's too bright. This is the original cover, darker. This is from the box set. I prefer this one because it's not. This one looks weird. This one's much better. This album is great. Coma, Infectious, Thanks for Nothing, Bearable. Every song on here, even the cover of Frankenstein is great. Solitude. I love 80s and early 90s Overkill. Just amazing. I love it. Another kind of grungy. This is Pearl Jam, 10. This was another huge album when it came out, when grunge was huge. Once, Even Flow, Alive, Black, Jeremy. And then the second side, I'm not a huge fan of the second side for some reason. It doesn't stick with me as much. I think because the first side basically, they had a bunch of videos and singles for that. Like Jeremy was a single, Alive, Even Flow, and I think Even Once was a single as well. So those tend to stick in my head more. It's not Purple Line. It's from a Target exclusive. But we listened to this a lot when it first came out as well. Jesus. And this one's polarizing for a lot of fans. Metallica's Black album, or just Metallica, but it's considered the Black album. I love this album. It's got great production. It sounds amazing, I think. You can hear every instrument. It's just perfect. Hold on. Sorry about that. My Sadie was having like a dream or something, and it sounded like something was going on out there. So I had to check on her. She's an old dog, so. As I was saying about Metallica, or the Black album, it's a great sounding album. Not as heavy. Some songs on here are kind of thrashy or speed metal-ish, like Through the Never. Don't Tread on Me, possibly. But the huge hit was Enter Sandman. But then they had Sad But True, Unforgiven, Wherever I May Roam. Of course, Nothing Else Matters. I was never, ever a fan of that. I was like, why Metallica? It's just a straight up ballad, and where you have other slower songs, but then near the end they speed up and they have layers to them. This was just straight ballad. Ugh. Wolf and Man was probably one of my favorites. A God That Fails, great. My Friend of Misery, The Struggle Within. I don't care what anybody says, that they sold out with this or whatever. This is just, to me, a great metal album. It's not thrash, really. It's not speed metal. It's just heavy metal. All the instruments blend so well in this, and it's a great album in my opinion. So you may think different. That's fine. Corrosion of Conformity, yet another band I saw a video for in MTV Headbangers as well. They're actually in the studio doing an interview. I think with Ricky Rackman. I think it was him back then. And they showed the video for Dance of the Dead. And I was like, whoa, this is amazing. And this is like the only album they did that was like thrash metal, really. The rest was not really thrash metal. Damn for All Time, Dance of the Dead, Break the Circle, Paint a Smiling Face, Mind of the Eyes of God, Vote with a Bullet, Echoes in the Well was great. And then this has got a bunch of demos and shit, which I never listened to because I don't really care about demos. I don't listen to anything like Sepultura stuff, which I will be getting to in a minute, and I'll talk about that when I get to it. But Corrosion Conformity, Blind, just amazing album. Slave to the Grind, Skid Row. Everybody said that in the 90s, early 90s, fucking rock and heavy metal died. Bullshit. 91, and look at all these great metal albums that we still got. What does it say about this? Slave to the Grind. They got heavier. They got the title track. They got Monkey Business, Psycho Love, Riot Act, Mud Kicker, Living on a Chain Gang, Get the Fuck Out, Quicksand Jesus, Wasted Time. They outdid themselves with this album after their first one. Just fucking perfect. Well, I wouldn't say perfect, but it's great. The only problem with this album I actually like, Salem Seas of Cheese. It's got Tommy the Cat, it's got Jerry Was a Race Car Driver, and My Name is Mud, isn't it? Here Comes the Bastards. Is It Lux Good? What's that? Your storage is low. Yeah, whatever. I'll fix that. No, My Name is Mud is not on here. But yes. So there's that. I better hurry up because my storage is low on that phone. I got a few more left here. Blessed Are the Sick, Morbid Angel. Not a band I listened to until probably 15 years ago. I still couldn't tell you. This is a full dynamic range version, yes. Purple vinyl. Can't really talk about that too much because, I don't really know. Sepultura, Arise. Another one I saw on Headbangers Ball. Song Arise. Dead Embryonic Cells. This is another one that's got the 2 vinyl, and 1 vinyl's all demos and live shit. Or basic tracks. Desperate Cries on here, Under Siege, Infected Voice. And the cover's amazing. And the last one, Metal Church, The Human Factor. Saw the video for Date with Poverty and just fell in love with that song. Never heard Metal Church before, which is weird because I was listening to metal, but... And then I checked out some of the other stuff. I never actually owned anything besides this until very recently. So this is music on vinyl, a lot of that. This has also got the fight song, the title track, which is good. It's a hard one to find, the original copy though. In Harm's Way, In Mourning. I think this was possibly the last one with the guy that died here, killed himself. So many people kill themselves in the music business. It's crazy. There might have been one more with him, but and that's it. So yes, thanks for watching. Till next time, rock on.